Hello viewers. Today we are going to continue our discussion on action effect pairs or cause effect pairs. But in this video, we are going to discuss this in context of moments. So let us first try to understand what do we mean by bending moment. So let us consider this skeletal member loaded with 100 kilonewton at left end, 140 kilonewton at distance 3x from left end and 40 kilonewton at distance 4.5x from the left end. I am going to consider two consecutive cross sections separated by infinitesimally small distance dx. This cross section, left cross section, is at distance x from left end. So therefore this right cross section is going to be at distance x plus dx, but dx is infinitesimally small or dx is tending to 0. So we can safely assume that these two cross sections are at distance x from left end. And I am now going to do an exercise. I am going to take moment of all the forces on left hand side of this cross section. To know what is moment of a force, please look at this video. So let us take moment of all the forces on left hand side of this cross sections. The only force on left hand side is 100 kilonewton and its moment is going to be 100 times x at this cross section. And as this moment is anti-clockwise in nature, I have shown it as anti-clockwise here. Now let us perform the same exercise on the right hand side of the cross section. So on right hand side of the cross section of this cross section, we have two forces. One is 140 kilonewton, another is 40 kilonewton. And I have shown the net resultant to be clockwise. So if 140 kilonewton contributes to clockwise moment, I will treat it as positive to it. And that moment is 140 kilonewton into this distance, which is 3x minus dx. So it is 2x minus dx. So the moment of 140 kilonewton at this cross section is going to be 140 into 2x minus dx. The moment of 40 kilonewton at this cross section is going to be anti-clockwise. As I have shown the resultant moment to be clockwise, I will treat this as negative, and that will be equal to 40 kilonewton multiplied by this distance. That distance is 4.5x minus x minus dx. So it is minus 40 into 3.5x minus dx. In the limit, as dx tends to 0, this is going to turn out to be 100 into x kilonewton meter, which is obvious. As the cross sections are in equilibrium, the moment on left hand side and right hand side should have same magnitude but opposite sign. Now how do we define bending moment at? So this pair of equal and opposite moments together is called as bending moment at a section. It is worth to note certain details. And what are those details? If you look at these bending moments, they lie in xy plane. These bending moments are about x-axis. As they lie in xy plane, we can say that any moment that lies in the plane perpendicular to the plane of cross section is going to be termed as bending moment. Let me repeat. Any moment that lies in the plane perpendicular to the plane of cross section is going to be bending moment. So you can see that this pair of moments lie in the plane perpendicular to the plane of cross section. Plane of cross section is YZ plane. These moments lie in XY plane. Therefore, by definition, we call them as bending moment. Again, we have to understand bending moment is not an isolated single moment. It is pair of equal and opposite moments. And these moments lie in a plane perpendicular to the plane of cross section. What could be its sign convention? So typically for a horizontal member, we take the sign convention this way. So algebraic sum of all the forces on left hand side, if it turns out to be clockwise, or algebraic sum of moments of all the forces on right hand side turns out to be anti-clockwise, this pair together we are going to call it as positive bending moment. It is also sometimes called as sagging bending moment. The bending moment that I have shown here has a contrary nature and therefore it is negative. So bending moment at this cross section is going to be minus 100 kilonewton meter. This is also called as hogging bending moment. Now, once we know what is the sign convention of bending moment for horizontal members, let us try and understand what will be the effect of this bending moment. The effect of bending moment is going to be relative rotation. These two cross sections under the action of this pair of moments are going to rotate relative to each other, and that rotation is going to be in the plane of bending moment. What do I mean by this? So this is the new position assumed by these cross sections, and the rotation, relative rotation, occurs in the plane of bending moment. So what is the effect of bending moment? As it is denoted by moment, the effect cannot be translation, it has to be rotation, and that rotation is relative rotation which occurs in the plane of bending moment. Now let us try to discuss another kind of moment or another kind of action, and that is twisting moment. You can have a look at this shaft. This is again a skeletal member. Its cross section lies in YZ plane, and you can see both these bending moments, 100 kilonewton meter and this 100 kilonewton meter, they are opposite in sense, but they lie in YZ plane. Under the action of these two moments, the material in between or the cross sections in between are going to be subjected to twisting, or they are going to be subjected to moment in their own plane. So therefore, if the moment lies in the plane of cross section, we call that moment or that pair of equal and opposite moments as twisting moment. So at any cross section here, from one side you are going to have 100 kilonewton meter moment in this direction, from another side you are going to have 100 kilonewton moment in opposite direction. This pair together is called as twisting moment at a cross section. Now what is the effect of twisting moment? The effect of twisting moment is relative rotation in the plane of twisting moment. So these two consecutive cross sections, they will rotate relative to each other but in the plane of cross section. What do I mean by that? If I see the front view of the cross section, it looks this way. I have marked these two red lines as marker lines or tracker lines. Let us consider this cross section and cross section behind it subjected to moment in the plane of cross section, and these moments are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So under the action of these two moments, the cross sections would exhibit relative rotation in the plane of cross section. So the effect of twisting moment is relative rotation of cross sections over one another in the plane of cross section. So we have now understood the basic definition of axial force, shear force, bending moment, twisting moment. Axial force and shear forces produce relative translations. Bending moment and twisting moments produce relative rotations. Now what about the sign convention of bending moment and shear forces for non-horizontal members? For example, consider this frame. This is column, beam, and again this is column. How do we define sign convention of bending moment and shear forces for the columns? So let us first take the sign convention for bending moment. Let us say the observer is situated within the frame and observer is looking from inside of the frame to outside of the frame. So any bending moment that causes convexity of the deformed shape towards the observer will be treated as positive. So you can see this pair will produce convexity towards the observer when the observer is looking from inside out. Similarly, this pair of moments is going to cause convexity of deformation towards the observer when the observer is looking from inside out. So these three pairs by definition are called as positive bending moments for their respective members. Sign of shear force, as we discussed, is academic in nature. So therefore, if this is the pair, that means algebraic sum of all the forces, if it turns out to be upward on left hand side and downward on right hand side, we call this as positive shear force for horizontal member. We just turn it by 90 degrees on either sides to get the positive shear force at these two columns. Mind you, again, the sign of shear force is purely academic in nature. So I think by now we have defined basic four actions: axial force, shear force, bending moment, and twisting moment. We have understood the fact that the forces would lead to translation and moments would lead to rotation. We have also understood that these basic four actions are not isolated forces or isolated moments. All of them are forces or moments in pairs. They have equal magnitude but opposite sense. We have also defined their sign conventions for horizontal and non-horizontal members. If the plane of moment is the plane of cross section, it is twisting moment. If plane of moment is perpendicular to the plane of cross section, it is bending moment. So with this summary, we will stop here today, and from next class onwards, next video onwards, we are going to start understanding the design of reinforced concrete members subjected to these actions in isolation or in combination. Let us stop here. Thank you.